Colton. We're, just starting this channel out. Today, we actually picked out kind of not our favorite comics, but just kind of a little bit of a story and kind of a story that we thought was good. And we each picked out our own comics. And so I'm going first. And today I had picked out The Amazing Spider-Man. Okay. I picked out the Hunted series. It's 6 comics, 6 different individual books. Kind of give you a look at the page of them. So that's the first one. You got the second one. And it just goes on and on and on. So it's kind of cool, the Amazing Spider-Man series. They have, I think they're up to 80 comics now. And this is just one, the Hunted series. They kind of decided, okay, we're going to take 6 issues and tell a little side story.
Story arc.
Yeah, story arc. There you go. Sorry.
Yeah.
Basically, in this series, the Hunted series, there's a guy named Craven and Craven the Hunter. And it starts out with he really wants Spider-Man to know what it's like to kill. But Spider-Man won't give in. He won't do that because that's not who Spider-Man is. If any of you know Spider-Man, he comes in, and you got all these villains. You got Vulture and Black Cat and Rhino and Scorpion and everybody, and they all think this is Spider-Man's fault. When in reality, Spider-Man just he doesn't know what's going on himself. And he basically is trying to help all these villains out because he doesn't want them to die. And if they die in this, they're gone. Which I think is interesting because that just kind of shows the real true character of Spider-Man. He doesn't even want his villains to die. He's trying to save people, They are more than the villain they are, they're actual human beings. And the artwork, it really brings out who they are. I mean, here's an example. Can you tell me who that is, Colt?
Nope, can't really see too well on this one. Here, let me bring up my screen a little bit better.
Okay, all right.
Still can't.
So hopefully, we're still working out the kinks in this. Colton knows we've been through thick and thin.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of technical difficulties.
A lot of these, but we're gonna figure it out. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to introduce you to the Amazing Spider-Man, the Hunted story arc. That's Craven right there. So, and I don't want to
like that cover. That's a cool cover.
I know, it's pretty awesome. So I don't want to give away too much detail, but I think I covered the basics of what entails the story arc. So.
All right, so I did Sideways. He's a new character. Came out in 2018. Came from the Death Metal story arc for Batman. I didn't read that story arc, but it's more famously known for the Batman Who Laughed. A lot of people loved him. A lot of people hated him. Just typical nerd comic book stuff on that one. But I really wanted to show him because I felt like he's got a lot of things in common with Spider-Man. He's a teenager in high school. Starts out with him as a teenager in high school, and he talks a lot whenever he's fighting. Has a lot of jokes that he cracks, and a lot of that going on while fighting. And his powers are he can teleport and do interdimensional travel. He also has superhuman strength, as it shows in this picture right here. And I picked this one up just because the artwork really stuck out to me. And I continued to buy them after seeing that he was a lot like Spider-Man, because I really enjoyed that. He's a short story, about 13 issues. And another character that I liked in this series is Tempest Fugiant. I can't really pronounce his last name too well, but he is like an omnipotent being, much like Galactus. And I am a big Galactus fan, big Silver Surfer fan, obviously, big Galactus fan. So getting to see a character like this was really cool. And I enjoyed getting to see him, and he kind of protects the interdimensional world that Sideways travels through. So at first they make it seem like they're going to kill him, but then later on in the series you'll see that he's not. He's wanting to train him. And
yeah, go ahead. Showed me and show me that where he shows up in Sideways' room.
yeah, I'm going to get to that one. It's at the ending of this issue, which I like this character right here. And he replicates their powers, and it kind of shows where it's kind of funny because Sideways is talking to him the whole time, and he like makes a rift to where whenever he fire blasts at him, he takes it and makes it to where it appears behind him, catching him on fire, and then he winds up hosing him down so that way he wouldn't burn himself alive. And he winds up rifting himself whenever he's trying to get the water off, because he's, replicating Sideways' power. And in doing so, he blows himself up. So, pretty funny. And then they end the series, or not the series, but this issue with Tempest appearing inside of Sideways' bedroom, telling him that he needs to train him. And he's cramped in there because he's so big, But really good series. This what probably was my favorite issue. This was annual number 1. And if you're not familiar with comic books, you have the ongoing series. Then they have what they call their annual issues, and obviously one issue a year. And it will give a backstory, or it'll lead you into the next big story arc, or it will feature, in this case, it's doing all sorts of stuff. It's leading you into the next big story arc, but also featuring Superman in it from Action Comics. And it just kind of shows, Sideways is still developing as a hero in this issue. He is like whenever the centipede attacks, Sideways is, like, oh, maybe we need to find a way to escape this centipede. And instead, Superman just starts going after him and fighting him. And he's like, it's not the fact that he's good at fighting or that he can handle this centipede that amazes him. It's the fact that he doesn't even take a split second to think about it, and he just goes in and fights him. That was, I thought that was pretty cool to see him developing as a character in that regard. So
yeah, kind of like you about the comparison between him and Spider-Man, because Spider-Man does the same thing. He doesn't think, he just jumps in and reacts.
Yeah, most definitely. But Spider-Man's a seasoned hero at that point.
Yeah, at that point, yeah. So what you're saying, kind of
something very awesome to see.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to see him kind of develop into that character that he is.
I always enjoy seeing a writer take his time and truly develop his character and make them grow with their audience as they go, because I feel like that's why Spider-Man has stuck around so well, is because he has grown with his audience.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, the writer has done a good job of making sure he grows with the audience, and that's something Sideways does as well,
Yeah, so hopefully we see Sideways come in. I mean, he's, like I said, he started up in 2018, only had 13 issues. DC has ended a lot of those series that came from the death metal arc of Batman. But I don't think they've truly gotten rid of the characters. I hope not, anyways, because they had some good characters come out of it and some enjoyable comic books.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's something kind of exciting to see with the kind of want to see, and we'll definitely try to cover that more too as we get more involved in this.
Yes. So that's all that we've got so far. Comics. I just wanted to put a little fact out there from the from the comic book universe, because my friend Taylor said that he enjoyed those little known facts. That Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles started out with one of the writers or the artists drawing up a turtle doing kung fu as a joke and left it on his friend's desk to see whenever he came home. And he came and saw that, and he then, in return, drew up a little turtle himself fighting kung fu, and they just did that back and forth, and then eventually they made a comic book out of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So
Yeah, that's very interesting because I didn't know that as well. So
but very cool. And at that note, we'll talk to you guys again sometime soon, hopefully. So
yeah,
stay tuned on Bloodline Comics. Comment, like, and subscribe.
yeah, absolutely. But before we kick it off of here, we should probably give a little shout out to our friends that we know over at the
Oh
Bourbon.
yes, can't forget them, the Bourbon Boys.
Oh, great friends of ours. We've been friends for quite some time, and they're starting up their own little page, and that kind of inspired us to kind of do what we're doing because we talked about it forever.
Yeah, Caleb and Reed, they're great guys. Definitely check in on the Bourbon Boys. Comment, like, and subscribe on them. So, but thanks for viewing us, guys.
Absolutely. So this is Nick, with Bloodline Comics, and
Colton Cleary with Bloodline Comics. So,
yeah. All right, cool. It was good talking to you.
good talking to you too, man. So,
All right, we got plenty more to come. So.